Hey, what's going on, everybody? Doing a little showcase video here. I've had a lot of people suggest different video ideas, but I was going through some stuff and I was listening to my music actually, and I was like, man, I've never done a video like this, and I just want to show you guys my music autographs. And I've always been a sports fan. When I first started autographs, I was always about basketball, then transitioned to MLB, and then when I moved to LA, I started doing a lot more music, and to be honest, music has always played a good role in my life. When I work out every day listening to music, whenever I'm feeling down or I need to study for something, I listen to music, different varieties of music. For me, I'll listen to anything, even country. I know a lot of people don't like country, but every once in a while I'll listen to country if I had to. I just think music's played a really big role in my life, and when I got to meet some of my favorite musical artists, as you'll see, it just meant so much to me to be able to meet them and have a good experience with some of these people. It made me appreciate their music a lot more because they were cool with me, and the ones that weren't cool, I can't say I didn't like them or anything, but just kind of whatever. So yeah, before I show the autographs, I just want to tell you some stuff that's not pictured, of stuff I don't have anymore. Um, Also, I'd say this is ranging from rappers, rap music, rock music, and just alternative and some other stuff. So just throwing that out there. Some stuff I don't have anymore. I've met Ariana Grande. I don't have anything of her. I met YG the rapper, and that's off the top of my head of the two biggest A-list names. Well, not even A-list. I guess YG's kind of like decent, but Ariana Grande is definitely up there. Just don't have those anymore, but I'll just show you guys what I do have, and I'll just start with some of the smaller stuff. I have Colt Ford. He's like a country rapper. I know that sounds weird, but that's what he does. I've got Joe Don Rooney. He's part of Rascal Flatts. They're a pretty good country band, alternative, I guess. So, yep. And then I've got Be Real from Cypress Hill Music. This was actually a random encounter. Just totally random. Got a photo op and he signed a white piece of paper thing for me. I got The Weekend. This right here, The Weekend. This was part of a mail-in order for I think it was like 15 to 20 bucks. You get the CD and you get a free autograph 8x10. Not a free autograph, I paid for it, but that's a pretty good deal, and definitely is a legit autograph, no auto pen or anything, so pretty happy I got that. He's a pretty tough signer. I got Justin Timberlake. I've met this guy like 6 to 7 times. He's always been pretty cool. Justin Timberlake 8x10. This is one of my favorite ones. This was one of my favorite bands as a kid. This is where I'm talking about like meeting someone and you like relate their music. Mr. Brightside, The Killers. This is Brandon Flowers, the lead singer. I think he's the lead singer. I just know that song, Mr. Brightside, from the band The Killers. That was a cool experience. I met him in LA. Moving on, this is one of my favorite rappers. I'm just going to be honest, he's not always cool from what I've heard, but I had a really cool experience with him. His album, Man on the Moon 2, is just one of my favorite albums ever made. Kid Cudi. I used to listen to this guy in high school when I was feeling stressed out or I wasn't happy, or in high school whenever I was going through, I would always listen to his music, and I know it's depressing, but it was actually really good. Kid Cudi definitely played a huge role in my high school life. So I love Kid Cudi. I got a photo with him and an autograph. If you guys ever go for this guy, just telling you now, they always say don't go for someone that you really like. In my opinion, he's not always been a great autograph signer. I've only gone for him once, and I've gotten him once, but I've heard stories. But when I met him, we were talking about Mojo So Dope with him, and we were singing the song, and he was really cool with us. This is probably one of the coolest rap experiences I've ever had, besides Kanye, which I'll show later. Kid Cudi, though, man, I'm keeping this one. This is one of my favorite autographs. This is recent. I got the rapper Russ, the guy that sings that What They Want song. He's kind of up and coming. His new album was pretty good. Russ, he was a pretty cool guy. Like I said, up and coming. I can't say I'm a huge fan or anything, but he's alright. I like him. His music's pretty good. That new album's decent. This is so cool. I got G-Eazy from Santa Ana, California. He wrote 2J, Stay High. And then 2J right there, G-Eazy. This was when, this was years ago, 5 years ago. 5 or 6 years ago, I think. We were in Santa Ana, California, and there was no access. It was one of those venues where you don't really have much access, and just give you the short story on this. There's a longer story to it, but trying to get through this quick. This was a cool experience because we didn't have access to G-Eazy, and this guy came out and we told him I'm from Northern California, so I was like, hey man, I'm from Northern California trying to meet G-Eazy, got some stuff. And the guy's like, here, let me see. And then he takes us to this back area right where G-Eazy is. G-Eazy comes out, high as a kite, and signs no problem, talks to us, and it was a really cool experience. And he wrote this without me asking. I didn't even think to ask him to write that, but G-Eazy, pretty cool photo. And yeah, I always get compliments on this photo. People are always like, damn, dude, that's a cool photo. What an inscription. Like, yeah, like it's really cool. I really do like it. I personally never thought to ask him that. It's pretty, like, interesting. We'll get on to some of the bigger stuff because I started low and kind of went high on this. This is Kendrick Lamar. Had a really bad experience with him. Like I said, if you're a huge fan, they always say never go for Ken Griffey Jr. And if he was your idol, you shouldn't go for his autograph. Why? Because he's not nice. I was a big fan of Kendrick Lamar. Just didn't have the greatest experience, in my opinion, guys. If you ever go for rappers, always go in not double downing, but don't go in with high expectations going for rappers. For whatever reason, rappers, just unless they're old school like Dr. Dre, they just haven't been. They're not always the nicest. You do get some that are really nice, and I'll show the examples of that. But Kendrick Lamar had a rough experience with him. He just kind of didn't want to sign, and he was really rude about it. And he and I got into a big argument, confrontation, and I confronted him. Just to sum it up, in the easiest way possible, because I've told this story too much. Basically, he's saying like, "Oh, I don't sign for people that are professional or something. Like, I don't sign for dealers," is what he said. And if you sign for a fucking dealer, excuse my language, if you sign for a freaking dealer, then why do I still have this? You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I just don't get it. The thing about me is, like, some people are like, oh, everybody sells everything. It's like, no, some people actually appreciate stuff, and I'm one of those people right here with this. And I told him he was saying that, and I was like, dude, if it wasn't for people like me asking for your autograph, you wouldn't be shit. And then he and I got face to face, and it's just a shit show. The security freaked out. And he it kind of humbled him, and he looked, and he grabbed my marker, signed it in the worst spot possible. It's whatever. It's Kendrick Lamar. I still like his music. I've always will remember that experience. It's just not a great experience. Ironically, he's here tonight. I don't know if I'm going to go for him, but just letting you guys know, that was just one of those things. I still listen to his music. He still signed an autograph, and I'll say this. He did not owe me anything. I just humbled him by saying that because I was really pissed off because I had never gone for a rapper. I'll be honest, I was probably the first rapper I ever went for, and just have him be like that. You know, the thing is, you have to realize they're not always going to be cool in every situation, in every moment. And as I have been autographing more, I've realized, and I don't like to drop this line, but they really don't owe you much. But at the same time, it's like, I'm supporting your music, and I still have that 16 by 20 like print, still have it, man. And this usually is framed up in my room, so. I told him the truth, like, look, I still have it, and everybody's been asking, oh, is it for sale? It's like, no, dude, I really like that album, and I like Kendrick Lamar. So, just saying on that, you know, I had a bad experience with him, but look at me today. Like, I still appreciate his music. That new album was really good, and I'm not hating on Kendrick Lamar. I was going to say this, like, they could be in a bad mood, you know, jet lag, bad day, someone's rude to them, whatever. So you can't expect the best moments, but you got to just try, and you know what? You're not going to get anything signed sitting on your couch. You can either go autograph and get an experience, get denied, but at least you tried, you know? So that was one of those things. So it took a lot. You know, it took me a couple years to realize what that taught me. And if it taught me anything, it's just be appreciative if you get something. If you don't, you got to try again. So definitely persistence pays off. I'm actually 1 for 1 on him, but I'm just saying in general. We'll move on, man. One of my favorite rappers ever, Kanye West. Probably get judged for this, but Kanye is one of my favorite rappers. This is the 808 Heartbreaks. This is a vinyl. I got this signed in LA. I've gotten Kanye like on 10 or 20 items. These are just my favorite ones. This is the first Kanye I ever got, Kanye West. His autograph's really bad, but man, if you want to talk about someone that's good to their fans, it's Kanye West. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if you like his music or not. He seems like an asshole to the media, but he's actually a really nice guy if you want an autograph or a photo with him. He's cool. He does the roll down, whatever you want. There's a good chance you'll get him if you go for him. And I don't know if he'll change or what, but all that paparazzi TMZ stuff. He just doesn't like the camera flashing. But you see him outside of that kind of situation, or even in that situation, when I've met him, the guy has been cool, and I've respected his music to day one. He's one of my favorite rappers. Actually, probably my favorite rapper. Kanye West over Kid Cudi or Drake or any of those Future. Even if Future's up there, but just gotta say Kanye right there, man. Much love to him. I couldn't tell you an example of someone that's so falsified by the media for people hating on him when he's been so cool to me for the past 5 to 10 years. So definitely up there. We'll move on. Hey, I just gotta say this. I'm gonna show this one now. Rest in peace to Chester Bennington. This is Chester Bennington and Mike Shinoda. Those two. He committed suicide. Sad, but a lot of people cash out on stuff like this. I personally, this is one of my favorite bands. I'm not saying I've never would sell this, but I just personally I've admired this. I've had it in my room and just kept it. Pretty cool piece. Linkin Park was one of my favorite bands as a kid. When I used to play basketball by myself outside, I used to blast all their music. Points of Authority, that Hybrid Theory album was so good. So rest in peace to Chester Bennington, man. Suicide awareness just sucks. That he was suffering depression, and some people either seek help, and so, you never know what happens. And honestly, I have to say this, another guy I met that I don't have an autograph of, I actually left two of them in LA, and I never saw him again. Chris Cornell, who sang at, this guy sang at his funeral. Chris Cornell of Soundgarden committed suicide, and he was a godfather to his kids. Chris Cornell was another really great person, man. That death hit me hard, and Chris Cornell hit me like a brick, because I went for Chris Cornell one time, and I remember him from Soundgarden when I was like younger. And when I went for him, he signed 3 of my items and didn't even give me shit about it. Just totally understanding, and I thought that was so cool, man. Rest in peace, Chris Cornell, man. I think about that guy sometimes. Just what he brought to music, and just a graceful person, and just to coordinate that with the suicide, they both committed suicide, related, saying at his funeral, commit suicide. That's just so sad to me. We'll move on. I'll go through this. This is a Drake autograph. Story on this. So if you got, I'll give you the back. Just quick thing. Drake's not always easy to get. I know the people in Toronto rack him. Good for them. They get him over there. That's pretty much home turf. I wouldn't be surprised if Drake signed there. I've gone for Drake before. I've asked him for a picture. He told me I don't take pictures with dudes. That was like early in his early like 2011 or 12, whenever it was. It was really weird to have him say that. But other than that, I got him one time, and I made this sign for DeMarcus Cousins because he was going to go to the All-Star game in Toronto, and I made like a Canadian flag, and I drew something. And Drake was at the Kings game. I had this sign for him. I put it down in the tunnel. 2 people to the right were trying to get like a basketball and something else signed, and Drake blew him off, and then Drake came to me. I had my marker ready, and the sign was like right in front of his face. He came over, grabbed my sign, signed it, and that was it. And it's right there. That's Drake's autograph. I know it's really crappy, but I know he signed it, and it's one of my favorite rappers, and to get his autograph, it was probably one of my favorite autographs that I got. And I made a nice little piece out of it from Hobby Lobby. This cost like $25 with discounts. I just printed a 4x6, printed a 4x6, printed an 8x10, and then I had to double mat it, and I cut that myself to save $30, because there's no point to pay someone for cutting if they have the utensils right there. But Drake, definitely one of the best rappers. Kind of tough autograph to get, just throwing it out there. And we'll end this with Mr. Roger Waters, Pink Floyd. My parents know him. I know him. So yeah, this is probably one of my favorite autographs. I got him on the wall. I got him on 6 vinyls, and I sold the other 4. I mean, I'll be real with you guys. I sold them, but got Roger Waters on the wall. This is for my PC, and then this is the one. This is my favorite one, Roger Waters right there. Actually, that's a full Roger, but this graph's nice. You've heard about him. He's cutting back the signing. What do you expect? I just want to give a little philosophy on Roger Waters. Everyone's like, oh, why did he stop signing, or why does he sign? I just think them going into it, if they made it so easy in the beginning for everybody to get the autograph signed. You line up, you get them. And I think by doing the album sales, they're getting $42.99 each on these vinyls, or $32.99 for that, $42.99. They got like $500 or whatever, $300 out of me by me buying 6 vinyls or whatever I bought and returned. And to me, that's like if they made it easy, they would just he would stay platinum because people know to buy the vinyls because they're obviously worth something, they're classics, whatever. So I just think on the philosophy on Roger Waters, like I wasn't gonna talk about this, but I guess just like they're better off to just tell people bring vinyls, don't bring guitars, don't bring photos, bring the vinyls, we'll sign them. End of story. Everybody gets one, you keep moving on. So I don't know. I guess someone confronted and told him stuff or whatever they told him, but it doesn't even matter anymore. I was happy to get him on good experiences in the Bay Area and Sacramento, so I'm not complaining. So Roger Waters, that's it, guys. Want to appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching and supporting my channel. Gained like 135 subs in the last 3 weeks. It's really awesome. I have a lot more videos like this that I've already filmed. I just need to upload them and edit them a little bit. But this one I don't have to edit. It's really easy. Just appreciate you guys watching. If you know this, look at this. I've kept this stuff. Music plays a huge role in my personal life. It's gotten me through tough times, makes it through the best times, you know. Whether I'm blasting Future on the way to Graph, to Pebble Beach, Tahoe, LA, I'm blasting Future, or some of the new stuff. Or I'm going old school, winding down, listening to some Roger Waters, coming back from a success when I got Curry. I blasted some Roger Waters, Wish You Were Here, and some other stuff. That's what music does. It's one of the coolest things you could collect. It's not always easy to autograph. It's the most time-consuming thing you could do. But if you get what you want and you're happy, then it's awesome. So I can't tell you I have a really amazing music collection. In my opinion, it's so scattered, but it has the stuff that I like, and this is like kind of gives you an idea of what I listen to. Don't really have much country stuff, but to be honest, you know, if I had a Luke Bryan or something, I'd appreciate it too, or Blake Shelton or something. But appreciate it, guys. Thanks for watching. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good one. Good night, and keep in touch with you guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, and if you have an idea of a video I should make in the future, just let me know. All right, guys, have a good one. See ya.